here I am now. And now I have the black diffusion filter. Am I like whiter almost? I don't know. And I'm wondering if this glow around here is going to be gone away without it. So sad, I don't see any glow anymore. And here's the glow with quarter strength. Not as aggressive as half strength, but it's still better than no strength at all, which is pretty plain, so it adds that unique look. It gives me a healthy glow. These filters were sent to me from K&F Concept. No money was exchanged. It was simply, would you like to review any filters or anything from K&F specifically? And of course I mentioned about the black diffusion filters because I wanted to try out for myself, and this will be testing, so you don't have to take my opinion for anything. You'll see the visual and you'll see the photos, and I will tell you which one I'm using, which could get confusing. The easiest way for me to tell the difference between these two filters is one says black diffusion and it'll say half versus quarter. Not very big, but that's how we're going to notice the difference. K&F Concept black diffusion filters, yes. 1/2 and 1/4, and these are the pro ones. And you might wonder, why didn't I get the strongest strength of 1? Because I feel that most people will want these sort of strengths. Well, 1 is quite aggressive. The technical name of this filter is Black Mist Pro. The Pro gives a sharper image with a nice light glow of lighting. The regular mist that's non-pro may soften basically the entire image while giving a nice glow. So note that one. But what about, say, the white mist? What that does is cause sort of bloom to your image, just like you see me doing simulation right now of. And the filter cases have these grooves to hold it in place so your different sizes won't flop around when the case is closed. Now to set up some RGB lights and see how this looks, because this will look quite different, I'm sure, once we apply some RGB lighting. And this is 1/4 diffusion. Let's go to 1/2. And this is 1/2. That's really intense. I like it. And this is no diffusion filter. Still a cool looking scene, just not as crazy. It's now time to test this footage outside. We're going to look for color shift and zoom in the footage to see if there's any softening or any difference in color, and see when the color and the brightness blooms versus not. But first, don't forget to subscribe to Eric's Studio, help this channel grow, leave a like, and share this video. I'm a small channel and I need your help to get this channel going. Now let's get to it. 1/4 strength diffusion. No diffusion. Half strength diffusion. And no filter. This is Eric of Eric Studio. Make it classy. Make it diffusion. 1/4. No diffusion filter again, and let's go to 1/2 with the lights off. This cinematic looking scene. Looking stellar and spoofy with 1/2 diffusion. Black mist. Diffusion. Only the most classic will do. What are my thoughts on these K&F Concepts Black Mist Pro Nano X base filters that are waterproof and scratch resistant and actually don't seem to change the color of your footage? As you can see when I was recording with this, everything looked the same whether the filter was on and off if there was no light shining through. So it affects mostly lighting that's direct towards the camera and give you a nice sort of unique feel where you have that nice glow. Choosing the right filter could be absolutely difficult. You might be wondering, do I want the more intensity? Maybe that's what looks awesome to you. But fact is, if lights are facing towards you, as we saw in my scene here outside, using the half strength where the headlamp was facing, that is probably too intense for most. That's where the 1/4 strength, just giving that little bit extra feel, might be the right one for you. How do I know if it's going to be blooming the light and make it look the way I want? If you have a light facing towards a camera, you can obviously see the greater intensity. If a light is facing sideways, you may get that slight difference. So it depends on which way the light is facing. Are you filming directly towards a light bulb outside, for instance? Well, if you are, you'll get different intensity with this versus, say, a 1/4. 1/4 strength is more kind of natural looking, while being more dreamy. Well, the half strength tends to be quite intense at times. What you're doing really matters. If it's daytime, nighttime becomes far more intense, where the 1/4 strength makes a lot more sense. If you're filming during the day, maybe that half strength will be the better choice because you don't get as much intensity, but you still get something that shows. The camera had a hard time focusing when I actually shined towards the sun, but part of that was there was too much bloom and the camera didn't know what to do. So note that one. Now, when it comes to sun stars, as you saw with the sun where you see the points of light, it makes it more of a bloom rather than having those sun stars. And the sun stars were caused by my professional lens, which is the Nikkor 35mm f1.2s. Very, very expensive lens for my Nikon ZR camera, and it's also fantastic for sun stars, even at low f-stops. You really can't go wrong. It leaves the details in that a regular black mist filter that's not a pro would soften your whole image. Well, this gives you the sharpness, so you get the sharpness, the detail, and get the glow while you're at it. Filters, lenses, and lens hoods. Let's check it out. So I'm gonna screw in this filter. There's quite a bit of turning involved in this. We can see it grips really nicely in here, so definitely there are definitely threads, because that's finally screwed on. Now, could I put a lens cap on? I doubt I could put a lens cap on here, but maybe I can. Okay, that's good. I didn't expect it. I didn't try first time I tried. I tried lens hood, so I definitely know the lens hood fits back on. This is Eric of Eric Studio. Thanks for watching, and thanks again, Kenneth Faith, for sending these. These are awesome. I requested specifically these ones, and anything I say, of course, you don't have to take what I say as truth or not. You saw the footage, and that's the beautiful thing about showing you filter on, filter off, and showing the differences, because you can make your own opinion, but this is my own opinion and my own experience. Thanks again for watching, and have yourselves a most wonderful day. Let's get some glow. Glow. Let's see the glow behind here. From the light, I bet this has more glow. Okay, I'm gonna remove this half strength filter in just a moment to see the difference. I don't see any glow anymore.